Okay, let's start off with easels. We have a large easel and we have a pair of smaller easels. These are going to be in an angel wing format, and generally you can use cardstock, but if you have a heavier card you can always use chipboard, which is a fairly thick material, and it die cuts just great. Now this is an angel wing format, and we do angel wings mostly to save you some money. And briefly, and we'll be doing a video on angel wings, but I'll just put this aside a second to show you the concept of angel wings. And what we do with an angel wing is, first of all, we die cut one side here, this one here. Then we flip the card over and we align it up with the first die cut, so that when it's all done, you've got a perfect die cut of something that's quite a bit larger. Pull this out here. And with this angel wing, you have a natural fold, so that you go ahead, set that up on your counter, on your dresser, wherever. But it's a great way of showing off some of these beautiful cards that you make. You can also dress the larger one up with some of these really cool little embellishments that you'll see later on in today's show. So that's our easels, and lots of fun, very economical, and easy to make. Put that aside. Now let's go to more of a man type of thing. I know the ladies like to see things for guys. And whoops, let me get this up here. I don't know all my numbers here. This is our Mayflower and this is our Schooner. And this is a very simple die cut to do, mostly because it's a simple two-part die. You can see that there. And so you can combine colors. There's little cuts, embossings in there. So if you want to change parts of these sails, you can do so. But that's our 276, B276, and B269. Okay, I got that one out. Recently, or at least this year, we went and visited our friends in New Zealand and also Australia. Of course, we fell in love with koala bears. And so these are little koalas. You have a baby and a mama, and it comes with a branch, and this is their more common pose. They like to sit in the branches and just look at you. The domesticated ones are just cuddly little bears. They're so cute. The wild ones, though, they're very timid. They run away pretty quick. So anyways, we've got some koala bears for you. And next we've got something of a kind of a summer, but depends on where you live. We have some seashells for you. That's the B279. And to go along with that theme, we have a family of seahorses. And that is B267. You can die cut, add color to the background, but you've got a whole mommy, daddy, and a little baby. And here's one that Tiffany put together for you. And you can make these all glittery and do all sorts of cool things just to dress up your cards. And here's an inside one. This is another, almost like a seaweed, but it's actually just one of our branch dies. Very, very pretty, and it's a great way of having a summer theme, a seaside theme, or a diving theme for that matter, if you can catch a seahorse. Okay, let's move forward to borders and edgers. And we've got some exciting new ones here for you. We've got the Lady Kate edger, which is the orange or red one down below here. Now, this is a three-sided die, and we have the B277, which is a leaf edger. Now, edger dies are a little bit different than our regular die cuts in that these are often used for edges. And when you die cut, you want to take a piece of cardstock and put it right up next to that edger, and that way you won't crease the bottom of your card. We've got a little sample here for you that Tiffany made up for us, and this is our leaf edger. You can see all the pretty leaves, and the byproduct of that too is that you've got all these little tiny leaves that you can decorate your cards and scrapbook pages with. Tiffany went and did some quilling just to dress this up. But it's a great little die, very versatile, and you get a ton of leaves at the same time. Next, we have this is going to be a really big one. This is our B254, which is a mesh border. It's very, very detailed, a lot of die cuts, but there's a lot of things that you can do with this particular die. Tiffany just threaded in some of our quilling strips to create this little round cylinder. And of course, here's some of the, oops, there we go. This is the box that's decorated, and you can wrap these around and really dress up some of your three-dimensional creations. So that's our mesh border B254. This is a really popular one, especially with our design team. Okay, we're going to move over to boxes and pocket dies. And, you know, there's a lot of die cuts out there that you can get. Let me get all these together here for you. We have oops, I'll take that off. You want to see the die cut on this. This is the B272. This is our scallop note box, and you can see how this all folds together. You can also notice all these tiny, tiny little scallops. So for that secret little message, wrap it up. Kids just love this for passing on love notes. But nevertheless, that's a really cool variation and a very tiny little pocket die, as we call it. Let's go on to, oh, this is a nice one. Our B270. Now this is the size of the die cut. If I get this off here, there we go. Put this over here. And this is our B270. And this little box forms a pretty little fold-up box. You can move these down and glue them shut, but great for putting some special little thing inside. Of course, we've left a lot of these without any decorations on the sides and that, so that you can add your little tiny embellishments if you wish. And that's the B270. Got a lot of stuff here today. Okay, B274 is another pocket die, and that's the shape of the die itself. And then this all folds up into another little tiny pocket die, again for special notes, little messages and that. These are a lot of fun. You could put a message inside these little pocket dies, like an I love you or thinking of you, any one of a number of little messages that you want to do. Next we have our B271. Move this over here. And the B271 is our tiny treasure box. This is what it looks like when it's all folded up. And what we've done with a lot of these is we've added little decorative elements to these fold-ups just to make them kind of special rather than just a plain ordinary box. And again, with tiny little die cuts, you can decorate these. This is one of our strips. Let's see if I can find that here. From our, there we go. And this is our B215, the expandable tiny borders. And these are great to decorate these little boxes. In the spring we're going to have quite a few of these on here. In the spring, of course, with Easter time coming, these are great for decorating our egg dies. Get a whole whack of these, they're on a strip, and these are expandable if you want to make them longer. But that's the B215. It's a great way to decorate these little boxes and such. Next, this guy over here. And this is a fun one too. You know, a lot of ladies like to have a little purse. And you can see all of the decorations on this particular die cut. This is our B273. And again, you can really make these a special little gift or a favor box. They fold up so they look like a real purse. And again, you can decorate. There's lots of room to decorate on the open areas here. So you can really come up with some very creative little gifts. It could be for showers or children's parties, any one of a number of occasions. But it's a great little purse, and off to the market you go. All right, here we go. This is my favorite, and this is called the B275. This is the die cut itself, and this has very, very tiny little scallops on the top and the bottom. But take a look at what Tiffany came together with. Isn't that pretty? You can put these on boxes, on walls. This is a great little decoration. Got some quilling here from our quilling strips from the last release. But it's a great decorative type of thing, and we just build up flowers and dress this up. And it's great, again, for putting little gifts, little chocolates, any one of a number of things. So that's a really pretty die set. It's just a single die cut. And to help you out, oops, we have one more. Do we? No, we don't. That's it. All right, and to help you out on these all come with an embossing line. And we'll find our little tool that we've created. Where'd we go? Oh, there we go. There we go. And this is a little mini folding tool. This is stainless steel. It doesn't chip off or anything. But it's a handy little way of scoring your cards. These aren't cuts in many of these, but you will have a fold line. And for portability and such, just go ahead and line up your embossing line, run your tool across the edge, and the paper folds up just beautifully. So that's a little toolkit that we have for you, just to go along with the mini boxes. A great little idea for you. They'll last forever, and they're very useful, very portable too. Okay, now we're going to go into tiny things. And this kind of complements our boxes in that we've got a bunch of tiny little die cuts that you can vary in color and dress up your boxes. That's our B266. There's 9 little die cuts in there. And again, these are for tiny little things, mostly cards and little envelopes. But it's a great way of dressing up any card or little box that you have. We're going to go on to the next piece here. Well, in addition to your pocket dies and little boxes, we've come out with some mini tags for you to dress these up with. You can see one in particular right here. And let's just go through these very quickly. We've got the 263, that's tags 4, and these smaller pieces will actually fit within the larger pieces if you want to mix colors up. Here we have the B260, and that's tags number 1. Again, these larger and smaller pieces fit within each other if you want to just accent some of your colors up a little bit. Then we have the B261, which is more of a tag type of thing. Again, these fit within the larger pieces. And then lastly, B262, we have a round and then we have a scalloped round. So you can use these individually or combine them together with different colors just to make these little tags jump. It's a great way of adding some sort of embellishment to your little boxes or anything on a card where you want to make an announcement or it's just something special. You can go ahead and write on these if it's a gift and love, whatever. And anyway, these are handy little tiny things that I think you'll have some fun with. Well, the Doily Llama came and visited us over Christmas time, and we've got some new doilies for you. Of course, we started doilies, 3 years ago? And they've gained quite a bit of popularity, mostly because of all of the details that are prominent in our doilies. This is our 230. Let me get to my list here because we have so many of them. But the DL230 is our Eastern Star. And these large doilies, let's bring them all out here. I'm organized here so we can see all of the large ones. There we go. And there's the other set here. These large doilies all come with angel wings, and I'll explain the angel wing again for you real quick. We're going to do a special video on angel wings so that you can see how versatile they are. But all 4 of these large pieces do have an angel wing that's going to come with them. So you can create those 2 color combinations and really have a lot of fun with these. Let me get to my doily page. So we've got the DL230, that's the Eastern Star, and then we've got the DL229, that's our Chasing Rainbows, and I took some colored paper here just to give them a little bit of a contrast. We have the DL232, which is the Ankara, doily. Again, you can use colored or different printed papers just to give a little bit of variety. It's really pretty die cut there. Then lastly, our DL231, which is the Turkish Lace. And again, once again, you have some very, very tiny details, and many of these have piercings and stitches. We've done these for a couple of years, but we kind of think that we started this whole doily movement. When we first introduced these in CHA 3 years ago, people thought we were selling the paper. Actually, we were making the dies to cut the paper, and they've gained quite a bit of popularity. Now, quickly on an angel wing, this is what an angel wing looks like, and basically all we do is we cut 1/2 of a piece of paper, and then you're going to notice some new things on our doilies too. We have little registration lines, so you can line one side up with the other, and as a result you can cut a shape to this particular die. It's slightly larger than the die itself, so that you've got some outline around the die cut itself. With an angel wing too, you can create a background color. Another thing you can do with angel wings is emboss or deboss with rubber pads to create different effects on the die. So there's your top piece, and you can combine it with a background color, or this is kind of a light paper to use, but nevertheless you can emboss or deboss. Again, you have to use the rubber pads so you don't cut the paper. And again, cut a simple angel wing, you can emboss it, deboss it, change the colors around to create contrast and different effects. Really cool concept with angel wings. Well, we've had such a great demand for angel wings, we have a lot of card makers that want to do smaller things. So we've come out with smaller doilies. Our large doilies have been very, very popular, but we've had a lot of crafters that wanted something smaller. So we've duplicated in a smaller version many of our larger dies. They're less costly, but again, this is actually very versatile. I'm going to show you a couple things to do with these. But this is our smaller mini doilies. On the top here we have the DL235, which is the Canadian kaleidoscope. Next we have on the bottom the 238, Sophie's Heart. That's a very popular die. On the top here we have DL234. That's the French Pastry. That's our all-time bestseller as far as doilies go. A lot of people like to put little things in the center here, and I'm going to show you an application for that in a second. And next we have the DL237. That's the Polynesian Sail Mini. Over here we have the DL233, the Italian Flourish. That's always been a popular one. And then lastly the DL236, and that's the Waltzing Matilda, mate. These are great for all sorts of applications. I wanted to show you one here, and kind of a little sneak preview on our Build-A-Flower number 3. At CHA we made up our Build-A-Flower number 3s, and I think we're probably going to make little pin backs available, but these are great to wear. And isn't that pretty? You can really dress up your clothing, but just a great little background for your flowers. So we're going to get to Build-A-Flower in a second, but these are going to be very, very popular. They're quite inexpensive. Want to keep your costs down, but it's a great way of dressing up your cards rather than something that's a little too big. This is a much smaller element that I think you'll have a lot of fun with. Okay, our next little item here is a continuation of our series of mix and match phrases and words. There's several of them here, and many of these are used in conjunction with prior releases. We've got anniversary, best wishes, dream big, fathers, of course that would go with day, best friends, hugs, get well soon, it's a boy or girl, make a wish, missing, and thinking of. So you can add words to create a phrase. These are all the same font style and such, but again, if you don't want to get into doing tiny little letters and gluing them up individually, this is great for a quick and easy card, something of a theme for a gift or some sort of celebration. But nevertheless, these are quite versatile, easy to cut, and interchangeable. So that's an addition to our mix and match phrases and words. A lot of fun here. Well, now we're starting to get into our flowers. As you know, we've had cuties for a few years, And we thought we'd take advantage of our advanced technology to come up with some more special dies. You can see the die cut on the left and the result on the right. The top one is the B255, which is the cutie fringe. These could be cut shorter. You can cut these down and make smaller stems and such, but it's a great way of having a lot of fun with something that's very easy to do. You're going to want to get a quilling tool, and that's that little tool that has a slot on the end of it. Curl these up. That's a blessing to me with my big paws, but nevertheless, these roll up very quick. The second one here is our B256. This is a cutie fringe 2, and this is a little bit different because it's tapered, and you'll see this other die cut here. What you can do is do your die cut and add another color. This is unfortunately is the same, but add another color to the end of this, and then when you roll it up, you end up with a center that's a different color than the rest of your flower. The B257 is the cutie fringe number 3. Now the cutie fringe number 3 has pointed stems, or I'm sorry, petals, I guess we'll call them petals, versus more of a squared off, rounded on the B255. And then if you'd like to do minis, again, you can make these smaller and smaller as you wish. This is the B258, the cutie fringe number 4. Again, if you get a little quiller pen like this, these go together very, very quickly. You can cut them down, make them shorter, add other elements, and really have a lot of fun with these. So that's our new fringe cuties. I think you're going to really enjoy these. These are a great way of dressing up a card. Here's one particular card that Tiffany did for us, and you can see the effect, how it really makes a card jump out. You know, there's a big, one of the newest trends, or a growing trend in the industry, is three-dimensional die cuts, and you can see how effective they look on a card. So have a lot of fun with these, and we had a lot of fun making these up for you. Well, before we get into the grand finale and flowers, I wanted to introduce a couple new products from Cheery Lynn Designs. Our adapter plates have been very, very popular in cutting detailed die cuts, and several crafters have asked us for a plate for the extended platforms. This fits the Sizzix platform and also the extended Cuttlebug platforms. Again, this allows you to do several detailed die cuts, and this size actually works for most all of your die cuts. In addition to that, we've developed something for the big machines. Now, a lot of the stores have the AccuCut Grand Mark. That's the very large die cutting machine. This is for serious crafters, but nevertheless, we've created a new platform to do detailed die cuts from Cheery Lynn. It's a 4-part piece that actually just sits in the tray, and you can do detailed die cuts with even the largest machines. This can be very handy for store owners. But if you're a big shot, I'm sorry, a Grand Mark owner, and this is just for the Grand Mark, we'll have other designs in March for other machines, other large format machines, but very, very handy, and again, very useful in doing the real detailed die cuts.